The story of the first drums takes us far back in time to around 5500 BCE in China, a time so ancient that writing didn't even exist yet. Long before this, people had already found that hitting hollow logs created sounds, but something even more amazing was about to happen. In small villages spread across the land, people lived simple lives. They grew their food, made pottery out of clay, and hunted in nearby waters where alligators lived. One day, someone made a discovery that would change things forever. They realized that stretching alligator skin over clay pots and hollow logs created a special sound, the first real drum. The sound of these early drums echoed through the valleys and across the hills. At first, people may have just enjoyed the deep, booming sounds they could make. But soon they learned that drums could be used for much more. When food was ready to be shared, they beat the drum to gather everyone together. When danger was near, fast and sharp beats warned the whole village. When it was time to celebrate, the drums set the mood for dancing and singing. The people who made these drums became skilled craftsmen. They found that thicker alligator skin made a deeper sound, while thinner skin created higher notes. They shaped their clay pots in special ways so the sounds would carry farther. Some drums were big and loud, perfect for sending messages to faraway villages. Others were small and gentle, just right for quiet ceremonies. News of these special instruments traveled far and wide. In ancient Egypt, people created unique drums called sistrums to worship their gods. In Greece and Rome, strong drum beats guided armies into battle. The Romans even had special drummers called tubicines, who used drum beats to guide soldiers in the chaos of war. Each beat was a command that every soldier could understand. As time moved into the Middle Ages, new kinds of drums appeared. European musicians created the tabor, a drum they played along with pipes and flutes at dances and celebrations. In the royal courts of Islamic lands, frame drums filled grand halls with their deep, enchanting sounds, used for both celebrations and sacred ceremonies. Then came the snare drum, with special wires stretched across its bottom that made sharp, crisp sounds. This drum became so important that armies relied on it to keep soldiers marching in step, and to send orders across noisy battlefields. When the age of machines arrived in the 1800s, drums changed once more. Factories started making drums with metal parts and new materials, making them stronger and better sounding. In 1909, a clever man named William F. Ludwig invented something revolutionary: the bass drum pedal. This simple device allowed one person to play several drums at once, leading to the creation of the modern drum kit. Famous drummers like Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich showed the world just how exciting these new drum kits could be. When rock and roll arrived, drummers like Ringo Starr from the Beatles made drums the heartbeat of this energetic new music. In the 1970s, something completely new came along: electronic drums. These modern marvels could make sounds that those first Chinese drum makers could never have imagined. Today's drummers can use both electronic and traditional drums, each with its special magic. Then, in 2019, Aeroband introduced the first widely available air drumsticks, known as pocket drum. Using Bluetooth and smart sensors, these portable sticks allowed people to play air drums by simply moving their hands in the air. With no physical drum kit needed, this invention lets drummers practice or perform wherever they are, turning any space into a drumming stage. The sticks provide feedback through vibration and sound in real time, making it an innovative way for people of all skill levels to enjoy drumming, even without a full kit in front of them. Yet, even with all these changes, the basic joy of playing a drum remains the same as it was 7,500 years ago. From ancient ceremonies to modern rock concerts, from signals in battle to quiet meditation, drums continue to bring people together. They still tell our stories, share our joys and sorrows, and move our spirits in ways that words alone cannot. The story of drums shows us that the simplest ideas can be the most powerful. Those first drum makers in ancient China could never have known that their invention would spread to every part of the world, speaking a language that everyone could understand, the language of rhythm and beat. And here we are today, still beating rhythms just like our ancestors did long ago, adding our beats to this endless song that started in those ancient Chinese villages so many years ago. Drums have become deeply important in daily life. People use them in prayers and special events. When there is a wedding or a funeral, the drums play. When large groups of people need to work together, like building big structures, the drums help keep everyone moving at the same pace. Drums are in our music, ceremonies, and celebrations. Even after thousands of years, they remain one of the most meaningful musical instruments we have. If you enjoyed exploring the rhythm and history of drums, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share.